I would say that one of the most important things that you have to do when you are interviewing, after, of course, you get a call, is that you have to manage your time because, Germany is in a different time zone. You have multiple interviews coming in. You have to be present.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another success story. I'm Rahul from Find a Job in Germany, and I will do today a success video with Snehasish from India, Hyderabad. Let's jump in. Hi,
Uh,
Snehasish.
hey, Rahul. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's a sunny day here in Düsseldorf, so it's getting better. The weather is getting better.
Very good. Yes. Now it's February, spring is coming slowly. Um, Snehasish, we want to talk about your motivation. Why did you decided to move to Germany? But we also want to find out about your time in Germany. You also said already that you are based in Düsseldorf. Mm, my first question in this part of the interview would be, what is was your motivation to move to Germany actually?
Um, to answer that question, I would have to go back in time, and my experience has it that going back in time is not a good exercise. But yeah, I think my motivation to come to Germany was I had a comfortable career in India, but having 7 years of experience in India, I felt that there was a lot of challenge which was coming with respect to technical saturation.
Mhm.
I reached a point of saturation where I felt I was not getting challenged enough because not only the work but the environment also is very important for me to challenge me as a person. So when you're talking with people from different culture backgrounds, you're also in a way evolving as a person, and that's also important to you when you talk about your work profile. And I had reached that saturation level in India, so
Mhm.
that's the reason I was looking for opportunities outside. Now, specifically during my search, I stumbled upon Germany because I realized and I read about the whole digital change that is occurring in Germany right now. It is on a digital wave, and it needs a lot of IT specialists and a lot of people who have skills in technology, especially in computer science and information technology. So that's when I decided to, yeah, apply and consider for Germany.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's
Okay, good. And you mentioned already you had or you have now 7 years of work experience. You are a full stack engineer, right? Can you give us a bit more insights about your profile and your passion? Which tools are you mostly using, etc.?
sure, Rahul. So I have around about 7 years of experience as a full stack developer. I started out with a company in India, which is Dell, and I worked on .NET and .NET Core and Azure Stack. Then I moved on after working for 4 years there. I moved on to another company in India where I was working extensively on the same technology skills. So basically, my skills has been a combination of .NET, .NET Core, Azure, and Angular. So this has been my skill stack. So yeah, that's how it
Okay.
is.
And you have also worked intensively with JavaScript and TypeScript, as I
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
Okay, good. And then you said, okay, you found out that Germany is looking out for talents, IT talents. Why did you join Fjic? Why did you join Find a Job in Germany?
So that's a good question. So during my whole search, all my search and research was revolving around YouTube and internet and Google. So that's when I stumbled upon one of your YouTube videos where you had interviewed somebody. I don't remember the name correctly, but I remember she had relocated from India, having similar experience as me, and she was based on Berlin as a data engineer.
Hmm.
And I remember looking at that testimonial and thinking, okay, if somebody is taking the effort to record an interview of a person and put it out on their YouTube website, so this seems to be legitimate. One of the big issues
Now,
that
now
people
you're
have.
here.
So yeah, I know. So one of the biggest issues with such kind of organizations is legitimacy, right? You have that issue of authenticity and you have the issue of legitimacy. So that's where I think I struck a chord with you guys, that okay, if somebody is doing that effort to record a video and there is some proof to what they're saying, or why not go ahead with them? So that's where I contacted you guys through your website, and rest is history.
True. Okay, cool. So I remember we had a talk, we had a call, and started to position you already in the call and about the next steps. Give us or the community some understanding what happened after you joined the program. What also changed maybe in your job hunt for Germany, Europe?
To be honest, when I joined for the program, what I really loved about, so I interacted with you, Rahul. You were my coach there, so I can tell about you and Fjic as a whole. So I think I was given very realistic expectations. I was told about the current job market. I was told about which skills are in demand based on the based on the observations of the previous candidates and previous people who have been part of the program. And I was positioned as a candidate which was highlighting the part of my skill which is best suited to a market. So that careful positioning and happened after a lot of discussions with the Fjic
Mhm.
team. And I think that was very realistic, and that helped me also focus a lot better. So you may be going into a market which looks for Y skills, and you may be wondering after trying 100 times, hey, why is it not working? So it's also very important to establish yourself in line to the market and align your needs to that of the market. So that's what Fjic came in as a tool. They kind of positioned me perfectly, and things happen, and I could see the results one by one.
Okay, so I remember you got quite a few invites. You were also invited to a final round in Switzerland. It was an exciting moment. After all, you decided to move to Düsseldorf, not to Switzerland. And again, when we then look in the program, you had got invites. We did some mock-ups. What would you say is, in your point of view, the key when passing the interview rounds in Germany as a full stack engineer like you are?
I think what I observe the most important point to passing technical interviews. So the interviews can be divided into two parts, right? So one is the technical interview, then is your cultural fit interviews. So with respect to the technical interviews, so Fjic has a lot of content, right? These guys, I mean, people at Fjic have curated a lot of content which is so helpful, especially when it comes to your to building those competencies to address these interviews. So I had gone through all the PDFs that they had on their website and on my specifically tailor-made repository that they had given to me. I had referred to all of them. So I would say that one of the most important things that you have to do when you are interviewing, after of course you get a call, is that you have to manage your time, because Germany is in a different time zone. You have multiple interviews coming in. You have to be present, and you have to be in
Mhm.
the most mentally fit condition. You have to be in the most in all your intelligence and should be at the highest level, because you are because the interviews are generally long. I remember my interview in this company, which was supposed to be 1 hour, but it got extended for 2 hours. So you need to have that patience, and you need to have that room also where you can accommodate 2 hours. So I think that's where was a little challenging, because I had to manage that with my work. Apart from that, I think with respect to the assignments, the people at Fjic were categorical about. They kind of put me on my toes all the time. They also ensured that I don't fly high with confidence. They ensured that I double check all my assignments. They gave me people to check my assignments with. So in that way, I kind of got the extra help that was needed. And so that's when that was the technical interviews. Now, because technical interviews I still had a lot of control over, because I think that's an extension of my skills. So I still had a lot of control over.
Mhm.
What I did not have a control, where Fjic completely held 100%, was the cross-cultural round. I think I remember the first mock-up which I did with one of the Fjic members here, and it was horrible. I thought I was very confident that I could nail it, but then I was given a completely different feedback. And I think that's a good exercise when you are meeting with somebody who knows who knows the market, who knows the culture, and they took steps. They literally gave me pointers on what to correct and what not to speak. And in that way, I kind of honed myself. And the cultural fit round in my next company was a breeze. I think that's where I think Fjic mostly, I would say, helped me with the cross cultural and also with the repository that they have, which is completely tailor made for you.
Okay, great. Thanks for sharing it. Um, I mean, we will talk in the next interview part or part of this interview where about your time in Germany and also to what extent this program helped you to for your time in Germany, in Düsseldorf. So, Snehasish, thank you very much for your first part of this interview and sharing some insights about our program and also your motivation to Germany. I would like to thank you again, and then we see you very soon in part two of this interview round. Take care, Snehasish. Thank you.